August 3rd edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I am meteorologist Matthew East here in the Weather on the One's Forecast Center, and we are getting back into the hot pattern now across our region, and a lot of folks have already been in the heat off to our west. I'll show you that, plus talk about Tropical Storm Colin here as the video unfolds, so hang with me here. Let's take a peek at the radar imagery this morning. This is from the Greenville-Spartanburg NextRad site, and this was during the 5 o'clock hour. Had some showers, even a couple thunderstorms there over the upstate of South Carolina. On a broader scale, big storms this morning, maybe into northern Illinois, right into the Chicago area. That'll probably cause some travel delays today due to the ripple effect of some big storms moving over a major hub there like Chicago. Now here's the watch, warning, advisory situation. All of those peach-shaded counties, including most of Georgia, all of Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri. Those are all heat advisories. Many spots yesterday, including Dallas, Shreveport, Columbus, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Little Rock. All those sites were over 100 degrees for actual high temperatures yesterday. Here's the air temperatures this morning. These are 4 a.m. Eastern Time, 3 a.m. Central Time temperatures, and 80 degrees plus still in places like Little Rock, Oklahoma City, Kansas City, New Orleans, Tupelo, Memphis, Houston. So pretty nasty heat. And here's the reason why. Big upper ridge sitting over the southern United States. And notice that's now spreading into the Carolinas. And that means the heat is spreading our way. But some changes at the end of the week. The trough tries to dig into the eastern part of the country and kind of beats down that ridge just a bit. But a lot of heat between now and then. As far as the Carolinas are concerned, we're looking at highs today getting back up into the low 90s, some mid-90s down in South Carolina. And there will be a limited chance for a couple of showers or storms. The greater chances today being over South Carolina and then up into the North Carolina mountains. I can't rule out a shower anywhere, though, but most of it's dry. Tomorrow, a little better chance for a few afternoon storms, and we're looking at mid-90s for highs tomorrow, mid to even upper 90s Thursday. And Thursday will feature some scattered thunderstorms. Now, our next cold front drops in Friday, so Friday still looks like the day with the best chance of showers and storms. And then our weekend forecast hinges on how far south that front pushes. Right now, it looks like the front pushes into South Carolina, so the majority of the rain chances Saturday and their Sunday will probably be down in South Carolina, but it'll stay fairly hot, highs in the low to mid-90s, although it'll be a touch less muggy over the weekend. Monday, mid-90s, probably mid-90s Tuesday, but the forecast early next week begins to kind of depend upon what happens with Colin. Here's a close-up shot of Colin this morning, and trying to get a little better organized. The center of the tropical storm is on the western side of all this convection. The eastern side of all this convection. The convection's on the western side of that center of circulation. There's a broader perspective, so some reference points here. There's the Lesser Antilles. This is the South American coast. There's Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, and right at the edge of your screen, the Bahamas. And Colin currently essentially moving due west, but a bend toward the northwest is coming. Let's see, there's the National Hurricane Center forecast track, and really, I didn't put the spaghetti plot on here, but you're looking at some models as far south as that, other models as far east as that. And really what the Hurricane Center has done with this advisory is keep the track close to the middle of that forecast track guidance. One other thing to look at here, this is the view across the Atlantic Basin of what we call that Saharan air layer, that dry air that emerges off the African coast. And it is pretty close to Colin. If the system ingests any of that, that'll obviously hinder any type of strengthening. But so far it's fought it off pretty admirably. And I think there will be some slow strengthening of Colin over the next couple of days before sheer increases a couple of days from now. Now, where eventually will Colin end up? That's still a good question. There's the Canadian model guidance. It's one of the farther south models, and it has Colin just east of Daytona Beach. As we go out to the end of the run, we go out to the GFDL, and it's one of the farther east models, taking Colin near Bermuda. The GFS also further south. This would be the reflection of Colin north of the Bahamas. And the no gap's right down the middle, close to the Hurricane Center track. So it's still far too early to know exactly where Colin's going to head. It probably stays north of the Caribbean islands, though. But I'd say then anybody from the Bahamas to Bermuda, including the southeast coast, needs to closely monitor Colin's progress. It will encounter some pretty hostile shear a couple of days from now. But if it can bust through that zone of shear, it looks like we might see an area favorable for strengthening if it does get to around the Bahamas or somewhere off the southeast coast. So Colin certainly bears watching. Any landfall there, if there were to be a U.S. landfall, which of course that's not even a great chance right now, but if that were to occur, it'd still be about a week from now, so plenty of time to watch it. All right, that's it for this Tuesday edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Have a great day, and God bless.